So this is Dallas. He's a
Hi.
little miniature long-haired wiener dog. He is 2 years old. He is my best friend, and I can't imagine my life without him. He also loves popping in on interviews and Zoom calls. So this is something that he cries, so I can pick him up and he can say hi, and then he'll be fine. It has been such a blessing of a year already. It has been like I feel like the hardest, but the most rewarding because I've had to, I don't know, I've stretched myself beyond what I ever thought possible, but in the most amazing ways.
Mhm.
And my music's coming out, and it's been almost 2 years in the making, and it is about everything that happened, but now where I'm at. And it's like it just like the EP takes you through the full journey of as to where everything started and like where all the wreckage happened and to where I'm at now. And it's just really cool. I don't know. I think the pressure is like a really good thing. I didn't realize how well I worked under pressure, and now it's me, and I actually get to share my voice and my music, and I don't feel like I'm a shadow of somebody else, if that makes sense. I get to just be authentic and get to share my story with the world, which is really, really cool. So my EP, That Girl, is basically about my whole journey, my healing journey, and I'm taking you guys along with me through the good parts, the hard parts, and where I'm at now, where I'm fully healed. And I just can't wait for the other girls and guys to just relate and heal through the music like how I did. I think it was definitely scary because I've never one to really say how I feel or be vulnerable. It was scary, but I'm like, you know what? This music is what healed me and helped me get through the hardest points in my life. And I know that it's going to help somebody else. And just that alone was enough power. It gave me enough like power and courage to do so. 100%. I felt like I learned that I was much stronger than I gave myself credit for, and that I was much stronger than I ever thought. The way I write my music is very much, it feels like I'm talking with you guys, and it's very much the truth. It's never like hidden messages, but if there would be a message in my music, it would be that you are stronger than anything you think possible, and that you can get through anything if you have hope and just believe in yourself. Yes, so I am a Cuban American girly. I was born and raised in Miami, but my parents and grandparents never, they came from Cuba, and my first language is Spanish. And growing up in Miami, Spanglish is the way to go. You do both, and you interchange. You interchange. And it was just a really cool dynamic that I had growing up. And whenever I was in my early years, I would listen to the music that my grandparents were playing, my parents were playing, and it was like Garth Brooks, and then Celia Cruz would pop on. So I grew up with both dynamics, and I don't know, I really wanted to be my full authentic self coming into the new music that I was releasing, and that was the only way I felt right to do so. I feel like for me, country music has always been a part of who I was. My grandfather was like a Cuban cowboy, so I grew up listening to country music, and I just feel like the storytelling is so beautiful, and I feel like my truest self in country music, and just like my sound and everything just feels right in country music. So I learned English going to school and listening to country music because Spanish was my first language, and I'm dating, my boyfriend is fully American, does not speak Spanish at all. He learned it in high school. And
Okay.
even he, like, whenever he listens to my songs, he's like, oh my God, like, I don't really know what you're saying, but I can still feel the emotion through it. And honestly, that means the world, and vice versa on that. My grandparents don't really speak English. And they're like, Catherine, like, I still feel the message through it no matter what. And it flows seamlessly. So hearing it from two people that I care so much about just made me feel like I was on the right track. Oh my gosh, I can't pick a favorite child. I feel like each and every one of my songs are just, they mean so much to me in different ways, and they're just, I feel like my music is like a time capsule into my life and into my healing journey, and I couldn't get to where I am now without each step that I went through in each song. So I don't have a favorite, but if I had one that I really relate to now, it's Happiest I've Ever Been. So Happiest I've Ever Been, I feel like is, I started writing it towards the end of my healing journey, and at a place where I was like, I'm done with relating to the girl that I used to be. I'm so much stronger than I was before, and I was able to get my life back and get to hang out with my friends. And then I met my incredible boyfriend now, and it just talks about finally being in a chapter in life where I feel like I'm actually living and living to my full potential and just doing what makes me happy. I cry every time I sing it because it's just like I'm in disbelief that like the girl 2 years ago could not imagine being like, and it's so hard when you're in the hard part because you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But if I could go back and tell the girl that I was what my life would be now, like I think I would just be like, no, that's not real. There's no way. Oh my gosh, just the incredible support that I had from everybody that I cared about, and just, I don't know, just getting to write and all my writing peers, just getting to show up every single day and work and be in the environment that I was in just gave me the courage, and they helped me be where I'm at, and going to the gym and just really learning to heal from the inside out. Oh my goodness. So I had a little writer's round, and my managers and everybody were like, oh, let's just go get a drink beforehand. And they usually always come to all my stuff. So I was like, oh, cool, like whatever. Mm-hmm. And usually they'll let my boyfriend in on it so that he kind of knows and I can kind of gauge if something's going to go on. But they didn't tell any of us anything. And they were like, oh, let's go grab drinks. And I was like, okay, let's go. We go grab drinks, and they kind of sit him in front of me, and like me with my manager on this side and then my other manager directly across. And I'm like, this is weird. I don't know. And Martha, she was like, hey, like, I know you've had one of these goals of playing the Opry for forever, and I want to tell you. And they also had a bottle of champagne, which I didn't really think much about. I was like, oh, it's just cool because we did this project together and it's like celebrating. Mm-hmm. She's like, I know you've been wanting to play the Opry for so long, and I just wanted to let you know that you're playing the Opry. You're making your debut in February. And I literally bawled my eyes out, and I just couldn't believe it, because I'm like, you dream for something for so long and you work so hard, and then when it actually happens, I feel like you just, nothing can prepare you for how cool the Opry is, and getting to even have the opportunity to play I blacked out definitely when she told me that. Oh my goodness. So they make you do rehearsal before you go up, and usually I wouldn't have stepped into the circle, but I was like, you know what, this is gonna be a perfect moment, because everybody that I cared about was like there for rehearsal. So when I stepped in, you just feel like it's like this otherworldly feeling. It just feels like you're stepping in somewhere where there's so many greats that have gone before you, and it's just like a blessing to be there. But it was just like oh my gosh, I'm here. I've been wanting this for so long. I've prayed for this for so long, and I cried definitely a lot for rehearsal. So I got it out of the way before I was actually up there, even though I still cried when I was up there. Oh my gosh, I'm in my lover girl happiest ever been era right now, and like badass era right now, like working hard and just like, I am more capable than I ever thought. And I'm in my go-getter era, like getting work done. To go on tour, to just continue to prioritize happiness and get a good work-life balance. I feel like for our jobs, it's not like 9 to 5, it's just 24/7. So I've been trying to figure out ways to still have some normalcy, even though I know the career I picked is not normal, but it's still fun. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb at 9 p.m. and it doesn't get off Do Not Disturb till 9 a.m. And I feel like that, I just recently did that, and I feel like it has helped my mental health and everything so much, and it's made my life just like, I know from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. I have my time for myself and just my family and the people that I care about, and it's just like my time of normalcy. And then after that, I'm like, okay, ready to go back to work, let's go. And sometimes before 9 a.m. I gotta turn it off, and there's days that at 7 a.m. I'm like, it's work time, and like, but I still have that 9 p.m. till before I go to bed to have, I don't know. And also I feel like Saturdays are like my normal girl days. Oh, so that girl, I wrote that at the Opry in one of the back rooms. I knew as soon as I found out I was going to be playing the Opry, I was like, okay, I have to sing this one. Mm-hmm. And it was definitely a full circle moment. And then something else. Oh, I recorded all my songs at the Blackbird. Yeah. The Blackbird with Nathan Chapman, which he has done a bunch of songs with Taylor Swift, which so cool. The fact he even wanted to work on this is like, remember when I got the call, I was just like in shock. And I think I still am. Like we're really good friends now, but it's still like, holy cow.